only thing we have to fear is fear itself. These words by Franklin D. Roosevelt are not merely a statement, but a guiding principle for all of us in facing the greatest challenges of life. Fear, if left unchecked, becomes an invisible yet powerful enemy that hinders our progress and breakthroughs. Roosevelt, with his unparalleled insight and wisdom, left not only this statement, but countless profound lessons that encourage us to find our inner strength to overcome adversity. His lessons extend beyond conquering fear to guide us on how to enjoy happiness, persist in hardship, take action, and contribute to building a fairer society. Let us delve into 5 of his most inspiring quotes, words that every generation can use as a compass to navigate a meaningful and valuable life. Through his powerful words, Roosevelt not only called for action, but also provided spiritual guidance, helping us face life's challenges. His assertion, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself," carries profound and enduring significance, not only within the historical context in which it was spoken, but also for all generations that follow. The core message of this statement is a reminder of the nature of fear. It is not just a natural emotion, but also a potential barrier to human progress. Roosevelt was not referring to specific external threats, but rather highlighting that the invisible fear in our minds is what truly paralyzes our will and prevents us from taking action. Depression. The American people were gripped by economic and financial fears and uncertainty about the future. He recognized that if people allowed fear to control them, it would perpetuate a cycle of helplessness and stagnation. Action, creativity, and trust were all stifled by the shackles of fear. Thus, his words were not only reassuring, but also a call to action: conquer fear and move forward. On a personal level, this quote applies to any challenging phase in life. Fear often causes us to retreat from new challenges, whether it's a career opportunity, a major decision, or an unavoidable change. But when we realize that fear is a product of the mind, we can find ways to overcome it. Action is the key, and every small step we take reaffirms that fear does not hold power over us. Collectively, the statement also conveys a message about unity and trust. When members of a community join forces to overcome fear, they create an unstoppable collective strength. This was how Roosevelt encouraged Americans to unite and believe in the nation's capacity for recovery. This spirit is not only relevant during crises, but also serves as a long-lasting lesson on how each generation should confront its unique challenges. "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself" is thus not merely a historical declaration. It is a reminder that fear is our greatest enemy, but also something we can completely overcome with enough faith and courage to act. In the modern world, where pressures come from many directions, Roosevelt's message remains a powerful source of inspiration, urging individuals and communities toward a brighter future. However, overcoming fear is only the first step. Roosevelt also emphasized that true happiness lies not in the final result, but in the journey of effort and creativity. He said, "Happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort," encapsulating a profound philosophy on the meaning of happiness and the value of life. This is not just a proclamation, but a guiding principle for how humans should live and seek fulfillment. Roosevelt stressed that true happiness does not reside in material possessions or the ultimate outcomes we achieve, but in the journey we undergo, the creative effort, and the joy of striving toward our dreams. In life, people often become engrossed in chasing destinations, such as success, wealth, or fame, forgetting that the greatest joy comes from enjoying the process of striving for these goals. When we take the time to create, challenge ourselves, and achieve even small milestones. Those are the moments when we feel the truest form of happiness. Roosevelt emphasized that the satisfaction from accomplishment stems not only from reaching the goals, but also from the gratification of giving our best to achieve them. The joy of creativity is also a core element of this message. When people create, they are not merely producing a product or solution, but also expressing themselves, awakening their inner potential, and connecting with the world around them. Creativity is a natural instinct of humans, and every time we unleash our imagination and creative capacity, we feel a sense of vibrancy and meaning in each moment. Furthermore, this message reminds us that happiness is not confined by external circumstances. Even in a world full of challenges or difficulties, effort and the joy of creativity illuminate the path forward. During tough times like the Great Depression, Roosevelt understood that people could only find true happiness if they kept striving to overcome adversity. Creativity and willpower were the flames that sustained human faith and hope. For future generations, this quote serves as an essential reminder that happiness is not a distant concept, but lies in daily efforts and unwavering creativity. Instead of focusing solely on the future and waiting for grand achievements, we must learn to cherish the journey, enjoy every step of progress, and let creativity guide our lives. Roosevelt's words thus inspire action and serve as a call to make joy from effort and creativity the foundation of a fulfilling and meaningful life. To achieve this, Roosevelt encouraged perseverance, even when we feel we have reached our limit. His quote, "When you come to the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on," delivers a profound message about persistence, determination, and the ability to endure hardships during the most challenging times. This is not merely a simple motivational phrase, but a lesson on how humans confront inevitable trials in life. Roosevelt's message is clear. When you feel drained and at a dead end, the most crucial thing is to hold on and not let go. The imagery of the rope in this quote is a powerful metaphor for the resources every person possesses in life, whether physical, mental, or emotional. Sometimes these resources seem depleted when we face challenges beyond our endurance. In such moments, Roosevelt reminds us that instead of surrendering, we need to tie a knot to hold on tightly, creating a foothold and clinging to it. This knot symbolizes creativity, perseverance, and resilience, the qualities that help us endure the darkest moments. The quote also underscores the importance of tapping into our inner reserves. When confronted with adversity, people are often tempted to give up or let go. Yet it is in these moments that the latent strength within us is awakened. Tying a knot is not merely an act of survival, but also a way to create hope and buy time, enabling us to think clearly and find solutions. Sometimes, the difference between success and failure lies in the ability to persevere just a little longer, to hold faith for one more moment. Roosevelt emphasized that perseverance is not easy. It is a choice. It requires mental strength, courage, and a steadfast belief that every difficulty eventually passes. By choosing not to give up, we defy circumstances and affirm our worth and ability to overcome any adversity. This lesson applies not only to individuals, but also to communities. Collective perseverance can generate immense power to overcome shared crises. For future generations, this quote offers invaluable advice. No matter how dire your circumstances, what matters most is maintaining your resolve and never giving up. Challenges are an inevitable part of life, and those who can persist and keep faith will find their way forward. Through perseverance, individuals not only overcome adversity, but also grow stronger, more resilient, and better prepared for future challenges. Roosevelt's words remain a timeless reminder, urging us never to lose our will or hope, even in the darkest moments. Roosevelt also emphasized the role of action and experimentation in seeking solutions. His statement, "It is common sense to take a method and try it. If it fails, admit it frankly and try another. But above all, try something," contains a powerful message about the spirit of experimentation, flexibility, and the will to act in life. This is not merely advice on work or problem solving, but a sustainable life philosophy. Roosevelt stressed that action, more than perfection or fear of failure, is the key to progress and success. The central idea of this quote is the necessity of action. Instead of delaying or being paralyzed by fear of failure, Roosevelt encourages us to start with any viable method and remain open to experimentation. Life and work often present us with complex problems that lack clear solutions from the outset. However, the important thing is not to find the perfect solution immediately, but to take the first steps and learn from the results. Every experiment, whether successful or not, offers valuable lessons that bring us closer to the best solution. This quote also highlights another important virtue: honesty with oneself. When a method fails, Roosevelt encourages us to acknowledge it openly, rather than waste time and resources clinging to ineffective approaches. The courage to admit failure is not a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of wisdom and maturity. Accepting that an approach has not worked opens the door to exploring new and more creative solutions. The spirit of "above all, try something" reflects a powerful will to act. Roosevelt understood that inertia, hesitation, or waiting for perfection can become the greatest enemies of progress. Action, even if initially small or uncertain, is the driving force for change. Experimentation is not only a way to solve problems, but also a means for individuals to discover their potential and uncover new possibilities they never imagined. The lesson from this quote holds immense value for future generations. In a world of constant change and uncertainty, adaptability, experimentation, and learning from mistakes are essential to success. Roosevelt conveyed that failure is not something to avoid, but a natural part of the process of exploration and growth. More importantly, we must never let the fear of failure prevent us from acting. Finally, Roosevelt reminds us that true progress is not measured by the wealth of those who already have much, but by how we care for the most vulnerable in society. He said, "The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough for those who have too little," delivering a profound message about the values of progress, social justice, and community responsibility. This is not merely a political statement during Roosevelt's leadership of America, but an enduring philosophy, reminding every generation that the true measure of a society's development lies not in the excesses of the wealthy, but in how we uplift the underprivileged and ensure that no one is left behind. The core of the statement lies in the concept of progress and how it is measured. Roosevelt emphasized that development is not merely about creating more wealth or enriching those who already hold most of the resources, but ensuring that the basic needs of the poorest are met. This perspective is deeply humanistic, prioritizing people and their dignity over the mere pursuit of material gains. A society only truly progresses when all its members have the opportunity and conditions to lead a full and meaningful life. Moreover, This statement reflects a profound responsibility toward the community. Roosevelt wanted future generations to understand that caring for the vulnerable is not just a moral obligation, but also a foundation for building a sustainable society. When part of society is left behind, it not only creates injustice, but also weakens cohesion and overall stability. True prosperity cannot belong to just a few, but must be shared and expanded so everyone can participate and benefit. This meaning becomes even more significant in the context of the modern world. With advancements in technology, economics, and resources, we have the capability to reduce inequality and improve the lives of the less fortunate. However, achieving this requires political will, a spirit of solidarity, and an approach rooted in human values rather than merely chasing profit or wealth. Roosevelt urged us to think beyond individual or group interests and focus on what truly gives meaning to the progress of humanity. The statement also conveys a profound lesson for individuals. Personal progress should not be measured by accumulating more for oneself, but by contributing to the community and alleviating the suffering of others. A meaningful life is not solely about achieving personal goals, but also about creating value for those around us. In summary, Franklin D. Roosevelt's words are not only a call for social justice, but also a guiding principle for future generations regarding their responsibilities in building a better world. They remind us that true progress is not about adding to the wealth of those already abundant, but ensuring that no one is left behind, and that the value of society lies in how we care for the most vulnerable. This timeless, deeply humanistic message encourages everyone to strive for a future where prosperity is shared and justice forms the foundation of all development. On the journey to discovering extraordinary stories, I believe you will be fascinated by an unmissable figure, Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader who not only transformed the United States, but also left an indelible mark on world history. Join me as we follow his footsteps and uncover the roots of greatness, a place where intelligence, courage, and steadfast spirit converge to create an extraordinary individual. The life and career of Franklin D. Roosevelt is a vivid testament to the power of perseverance and visionary leadership in overcoming monumental challenges. Born into a wealthy family in New York in 1882, Roosevelt received a comprehensive education and demonstrated leadership abilities from a young age. However, his life changed forever in 1921 when he contracted polio, leaving him paralyzed from the waist down. Despite this, he did not let it hinder him. Instead, it spurred him to develop an indomitable will and continue his political path. These hardships forged a resilient Roosevelt who never gave up and always sought to rise and contribute to his country. When he became the 32nd President of the United States in 1933, during the height of the Great Depression, Roosevelt faced tremendous challenges. Despite dire economic conditions, he introduced the groundbreaking New Deal policies to revive the economy, create jobs, and improve people's livelihoods. These policies helped America overcome the crisis and solidified Roosevelt's reputation as a visionary leader, willing to implement bold changes for the nation's betterment. He focused on restructuring industries, protecting workers' rights, and establishing social welfare programs, laying the foundation for numerous reforms in American society. Under Roosevelt's leadership, the United States not only overcame the Great Depression, but also emerged strong during World War II. When the war erupted, he led the nation into the conflict, forming a strong alliance with countries like Britain and the Soviet Union. Roosevelt's vision and leadership helped America not only achieve victory in the war, but also establish its position as a global superpower. His strategic decisions had far-reaching impacts on the war's outcome and shaped the post-war world. The legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt extends beyond reform policies or wartime victories. It lies in the spirit of a visionary leader who always prioritized the people's welfare. His policies continue to influence American society today, from Social Security to welfare programs. Roosevelt was not just a strong leader during tough times, but also the architect of a progressive America built on values of justice, social welfare, and global peace. The gift Franklin D. Roosevelt left the world is not just a collection of policies or critical decisions, but lessons in perseverance, leadership, and adaptability in the face of adversity. His legacy serves as an enduring source of inspiration for those who dare to dream, take action, and never abandon their ideals in the pursuit of a brighter future. Ultimately, the greatest significance of Franklin D. Roosevelt's lessons lies in the profound humanistic values he left behind. He reminded us that, in any circumstance, what matters most is not power or wealth, but how we treat the most vulnerable. A nation or society only truly progresses when it provides opportunities, fairness, and compassion for all its members. In conclusion, Franklin D. Roosevelt was not only a timeless leader, but also a great source of inspiration, leaving a legacy of courage, creativity, and service. His lessons not only shaped a strong nation, but also serve as a compass for humanity in building a fair, prosperous, and peaceful world.